It's a cold, dreary day. It's Sunday. It isn't as cold as it has been being. A couple days ago I was in Nashville and it was 17 degrees. I think it's up in the mid 50s today, not too bad. It's been a busy week. I switched it up again this week. Instead of pulling my dry van or my step deck back here, I decided to do power only with Amazon. So come Monday, they had a load going to Atlanta. So I picked up the load here at the Amazon facility and went to Atlanta with it. Got another load out of Atlanta and took it down to Jacksonville. From Jacksonville, I came back to Atlanta area. From there, I went to Knoxville, and then Knoxville over to Nashville, Nashville down to Alabama, and then Alabama over to back to Atlanta. So total miles for the week was 2,200. And it was a total of 8 loads combined. Some of them had multi-legs in them, like the one going from Atlanta to Jacksonville. I think it had a stop in Savannah, then on down to Jacksonville, and then from Jacksonville back to Savannah, from Savannah back up to Atlanta area. So stuff like that. But anyway, I did $5,900 for the week. Came out to $2.67 a mile. So, and all, it wasn't that bad of a load. And the Amazon stuff, the good thing about it is it's power only. So you're not really pulling your own trailer. The trailers are always preloaded, or you're going in, I'd say half the loads I pulled were just empty trailers. Just going in, grabbing an empty trailer, taking it 50 miles or 20 miles to another Amazon facility, dropping it off, and then grabbing another trailer that was probably loaded, well, that was loaded, and then taking it to another Amazon facility. So it was that type of work. Nothing hard. And the thing is when you get to the Amazon facilities, you drop the trailer and you're done with the load. There is no waiting for it to be loaded or waiting to be unloaded, checking in at the shippers or the receivers. Basically, the way it works is you just pull up. Once you book a load on Amazon, everything is app driven. So you just pull up to the facility, pull up to the gate. There's cameras on the gate that read your tags, and it reads the name on the side of your truck. A screen will pop up on the message, a message will pop up on the screen and tell you what parking spot your trailer is located in. Now here's another thing that you got to do. Take a photo. So you got to swipe down here, take a photo. Now you got to put yourself in this stupid little thing right here. Click Start Video Check. Now, again, it tells me parking spot 805. You run in and grab it. You change your status on the app that you got the load. You confirm that you got it through the app. All right, so now you have to verify on the little app here. So you click this, you got to acknowledge bullcrap. 7747, it says right there, verify trailer. You just type in 7747, verify, and there's no defects on the trailer. I confirm, blah, blah, blah. Now you're done. Trailer attached. Now after you go through the gate up here, you check out. So can you do that week after week and make any good money? I don't know. I've got friends that have been doing it for years, at least 2 to 3 years now. And actually they helped me out with a few loads because they stay on the Amazon board so much. They're out of the Atlanta area, and they know the system. In fact, a couple of times they called me during the night when I was asleep, telling me that there was a load available in the area that I was in. And, you know, I would just tell them, just go ahead and book it for me and then assign me on the load, because that's another thing that you got to do when you book these Amazon loads is you book it, then you got to assign your driver to it on the app, or you'll get gigged for it for not following their instructions and the way they do things. So look right here. If that was there right now in Augusta, so I've got a Richmond County, Augusta pulled up right here with a 50-mile radius, and there's 0 loads. There's no loads within my 50-mile radius. So if I was looking to run a load right now out of Augusta, there's nothing available. So there's similar loads, similar matches. So right now there's a load in Savannah going to Daytona, Florida. It's paying $1.41. Let me turn this thing off so it quits refreshing. So then you've got a Pooler, Georgia, going to Pooler, Georgia. You can see it's got 10 stops on it, which is really 5 different legs. So that one's only paying $3.83 a mile. Let's see how many miles that thing is. That thing is, see, it's only 72 miles to pick it up and deliver it. So it must, I don't know what that is. That's probably working in a same type of situation where you're just in the warehouse moving trailers around. But you look at it, it starts at at 17:59 on Monday. Nope, sorry. Starts Monday morning at 6:30 in the morning and doesn't end until almost 8 o'clock, 6 o'clock that night, 17:59, for $276. Again, that's garbage money. You can't make any money off of that kind of stuff. Did I get lucky last week? Maybe. It's Christmas week. Maybe they needed some help last week trying to get all their trailers moved, and they put the money on them. And maybe I just got lucky. I don't know. But there's no other good loads on here. There's West Columbia going to Fayetteville, North Carolina, paying $2.91 a mile. It starts on Monday, but look at there. It doesn't finish until Wednesday at 11 o'clock. Starts Monday morning at 7:40. So yeah, that's $890 for all day Monday, all day Tuesday, and doesn't finish up until 11 a.m. No, I take that back. It finishes up at midnight. That's December the 11th at midnight. So really and truly, that would be Monday and Tuesday for $849. Again, I consider that to be garbage money. So, you know, you get lucky sometimes with some of these loads, and, you know, I don't know. It's not my comfort zone of what I like to do. I usually like picking up, I just like pulling my step deck. I think, let's see what is on the board right now. If I was to look at the other load board for my step deck. See right here, there's a load right now picking up in Crawford, Georgia, paying $52.50 to go to Grand Junction, Colorado. That's something that I ought to call about. It's 41, almost 42,000 pounds, paying $3.06 a mile. There's a Statesboro, Georgia. See, the rest of these ain't too good. It's there's one going from Statesboro, Georgia, 81 miles from me, going to Cartersville, Georgia, paying $750. That one ain't too bad. Let's see how many miles it is. Yeah, it's not great. It's 300 miles with just say 80 miles. Might as well say 350. I mean, 250, 350 miles for $750. A load like that should pay, for me, in my opinion, about $1,000 at the minimal, and then more if I've got to tarp the stupid thing. Load's going to, but that's it. I mean, I don't see, let's sort by edit search. No. Let's sort this thing by the highest payout. All right, so you got $5,200 going to Grand Junction, got $1,600 going to Ohio. That one's not too bad, but it is 100 miles away, so that's gonna kill your rate. You got a load going to Connecticut for $11.50, but that's only $1.32 a mile. Then you've got a load going to Virginia from Statesboro, paying $9.50. Another load going to Ohio, paying $1.70. Georgia going to Raleigh, North Carolina, paying $800. What is that? That's 335 miles plus the 100, so you can just say 425 or 420 for $800. Again, it's nothing great. So, I don't know. Looking at the load boards, trying to make a decision to pull the drive in. You know, do I pull the drive in or do I pull the step deck? Do I do power only? That's the good thing about being an owner-operator. You got so many different options that you can do. You're not just stuck at one place with one company. I can go to look at JB Hunt's load board. I can look at other companies' load boards, pull their freight. I can lease my truck on or temporarily to different companies, like JB Hunt's always contacted me. I've never done it, but you can go pull their stuff for 2 weeks or 3 weeks and just give them a shot. You know, I started to do it there about a year ago, but I backed out of it. Never really needed to. It's just that there's really not any good loads on the load board right now. Every time I look at loads, they're all just, you know, there'll be one good load and then there's the rest of them all suck. Then you're like in the back of your mind, especially when I'm at the house, I'm thinking, all right, if I take this load right here to, you know, Ohio and get that $2.30 a mile on that run, is there going to be anything in Ohio? So then you got to pull up the loads in Ohio. And of course, today is Sunday. You know, people got the good paying stuff covered that they needed to get covered on Friday. So tomorrow morning when the brokers come in, you know, they'll come out and they'll start adjusting the rates accordingly. More loads will add on the load board. You can always call them up and negotiate, try to get more money for the ones they do have listed. You know, it depends. You know, the load board is a different beast than something like Amazon is. With Amazon, you can sort of take cheaper freight because you can just do multiple loads one after the other. You just need to make sure that the pickup times and the delivery times are feasible within the rate that they're trying to pay. You don't want to go booking a load that picks up on Monday, like I was just showing you, and deliver a load that, you know, delivers on Tuesday at midnight and only paying $800, because then you're only averaging like $400 a day, and that ain't worth a darn. All of this out here is my property. All these woods back here, all the way back to that corner over here, back to this corner down here. I'm sort of toward the back end of my property out here right now. I've got about 5 acres. You can probably hear the freeway right over here. 520 kind of runs on the back side of my property. Makes it good for me going, you know, for my trucking. I come down I-20, hit 520, I jump off the freeway, and bam, I'm right here at the house. I got to do a bunch of city driving to get in and out of the house, and when I want to leave, within like 5 minutes, I'm on the freeway moving. So not much going on as far as the load boards right now. I don't even know if I'm going to leave tomorrow on Monday again or not. I'll wait and see tomorrow morning and see what that brings. I was trying to make some videos last week, but it was just too much. With the pickup times and the delivering, there was days I was having to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning. Wasn't finishing until 5 o'clock in the afternoon. I was so tired and sleepy when I got done. I basically just went straight back to bed. Would wake up the next morning at 3, 4 o'clock again, start it all over. I that's kind of getting up a little bit earlier than I like, which is why I like driving my step deck. Usually with my step deck, you know, places don't even open till 7 and 8 o'clock in the morning. And I'll usually give them 30, 45, 50 minutes or an hour before I even show up, which means I arrive usually like 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock in the morning before I even, you know, get to the facility to start unloading. And a lot of times with my step deck, you know, I try to have a load pre-booked before I even get there, which is another reason why I like taking those loads like to Ohio, Indiana, at least 700 miles, 800 miles. It gives me time on the way while I'm driving there to look in that area that I'm going to try to pre-plan myself to book another load. So that's, I don't know.